It's another episode of Ladyz Digest, where issues in the world of women are discussed. And as usual, I'm your host, Joan Ikuya Iyoha. And this show is proudly brought to you by the Association of African Universities, AAU-TV. Today, we are looking at a very trending topic, which is navigating pregnancy during pandemic and during this COVID-19. After this time out, we'll get to meet our guests. Remember, you can join the conversation on our social media handles on Facebook and YouTube, Association of African Universities, on our Twitter handle, AAUTV_African Universities, and our Instagram page, Ladyz Digest. Many thanks to GTP Fabrics for this colorful fabric and Majestic Sims for making a meaning out of it. Do stay tuned. Ruth Sally Kodam is a midwife. She's married with kids, and she loves reading. She is very passionate about maternal and child health and advocates for same. She runs an NGO known as Wachag Ghana. She also oversees a virtual midwifery class for pregnant and nursing mothers. Welcome back. It is the pride of every woman to introduce and welcome a new baby into the family. And in the wake of this outbreak, the focus of the discussions have been moved towards world economies and the populace, and the lens is not really focusing on pregnancy or pregnant women. So we have in our midst, in our studio, a very special guest, a very special midwife, who would help us talk about pregnancy in this period of COVID-19 and see how if the outbreak will change the pattern of pregnancy in terms of antenatal, postnatal, and the pregnancy journey in general. Welcome to our studio, Midwife Sally.
Thank you.
You've been here before.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you are not a new face in Ladyz Digest. Welcome back. How has it been?
Oh, it has been good. Yeah.
I always see you busy, your NGO, you're really doing a lot.
Yeah.
Thumbs up to you. Yeah, so we are looking at, everybody knows of COVID-19, and as I during my introduction, we are not really focusing on pregnant women, but we know that they are there, and we know that pregnant women in general, they are in that condition, they are quite susceptible to diverse ailments and illness. This COVID-19 are they prone to it more, or there's an exception? Are they prone to COVID-19 contracting it, or it's normal for them?
Thank you for inviting me. Yeah. Okay, so COVID-19 actually started in Wuhan, and we all know it. If you actually want to trace it back, then we would have to go to, let's say, Wuhan, or the studies or stories that have come from Wuhan. So they have done some few studies, and they have realized that either pregnant women or the general population are at the same risk.
Okay.
Yes, so we would say that pregnant women are already susceptible. Their immune system goes a little lower when you get pregnant.
Yeah.
So when it comes to COVID-19, the general population and pregnant women are all at risk. There's no exception that, because I'm pregnant, my risk is a bit lower than someone who is not pregnant.
Okay.
Everybody would have to take caution, the universal precaution that has been approved by WHO. We all have to stick to it, whether you are pregnant or not. So pregnant women are equally susceptible to COVID-19.
Okay, so it's not like they are more susceptible because
what will make them more is for the fact that in general, you already have a lower immune system once you get pregnant. It goes down a little.
So that alone can put them more at risk. Yes. Okay, that's true. We've heard that it's advised not to, if we are not in a critical condition in terms of health, there is no need going to the hospital, because we know there may be patients there, and you might end up contracting it and bringing it home. And we know that pregnant women go for their regular checkups, which is the antenatal. So is it still advisable for them to go to the hospitals for their regular antenatal checkups? Or what are doctors doing about working on to help them reduce the regular visits to the hospitals?
Okay. Thank you so much. So there have been guidelines that have been given for pregnant women who are actually people who are pregnant in this season. We know that it's really a hard time. Yeah. But if we manage the situation well, we can actually have healthy babies and safe delivery. What I actually advise is that, or what is generally accepted is that pregnant women, let's say sometimes you go to the hospital and then today you are supposed to do your labs, tomorrow come for scan, and then the next day come and see the doctor. So
like 3 days.
So so you would be going up and down. So we are actually putting activities together. So if I'm going to the hospital today, I expect that if I have to do a lab, I should do it, a scan, I should do it. If I have to see a doctor, the time has to be managed effectively so that the pregnant woman does not visit the hospital too frequently. In other advanced countries or hospitals, they are using telemedicine. Yes, so telemedicine, meaning that if it is just let's say I'm just having headache. Headache could be serious depending on how it is.
Yeah, sure.
But you could call your doctor or you could have a telephone interview with the doctor to know whether it is something that should come to the hospital or sometimes just something he would say, okay, rest, take some fluids or something. So it means that it is actually limiting the amount of visits you are taking to the hospital. So all these are measures that have been put in place to make sure that the pregnant woman is safe. But what is actually happening is that I think some of our pregnant women are also taking it to the extreme. Yes. Just like yesterday, I saw a case. Because of the COVID-19, the panic is actually keeping them at home. So they have complications and they are scared that they'll come to the hospital and then they may contract the virus or something. But it is not that way.
So they are even staying at home without their doctor's permission?
Yes, some are actually doing that. You know, people are pregnant, and when you get pregnant, you need to start antenatal, especially within the first few weeks. People are delaying it. Scared that, or having the hope that the virus would go down before they start. But if you have not done a scan to even know whether the baby is actually at the right position or not, it's actually giving you a greater risk. Because there's a possibility that your pregnancy test has tested positive, but there's even no baby or there's the baby, you are having a baby in the tube, like ectopic gestation. So it's actually posing a little more risk. So as much as we are saying that we should reduce our frequencies to the hospital, it should be done in collaboration with your healthcare provider. Meaning that if you are having complications, the hospital have taken measures to make sure that pregnant women who come to the facilities are safe. Social distancing, using face mask, the use of hand sanitizers. Yes, the hospitals are all cautious about that. So we are making sure that the hospitals are safe. Yes, so please don't stay at home if you are pregnant, because the complications can actually kill you faster than COVID-19. Yes, we generally know that a lot of research has been conducted. In Wuhan, they actually had about 9 women who were in their 3rd trimester, and they had mild symptoms. They gave birth to their babies. Babies were doing well and all that. So as much as we know that COVID-19 is actually scary, it is not that extreme. Because if you stay at home as a pregnant woman and you have diabetes, you have hypertension, sickle cell, you are actually putting yourself at a greater risk, even more than the COVID-19. And we know we already have huge numbers of maternal mortality in our country. So this can actually complicate it and increase it, because women are actually scared to visit our facilities.
Still on the lane of visiting hospital, on that same lane, still some women may prefer or start deciding on giving birth at home. Do you advise? If maybe they've done the antenatal and everything is okay, but they'll say, me, I just want to give birth at home still for this COVID-19 thing.
Yes, I think this concern has been raised. I have a lot of women also calling, can you have a delivery at home and all that. I think that for delivery to be conducted at home, certain basic things should be there. The midwife you are calling to deliver you at home should be competent enough, should have some experience about home births, where she's prepared for emergencies. There should be like an emergency plan. If you are delivering at home, anything could happen. Are you close to have you planned with maybe the nearest hospital, that if there's anything they could actually send you there? And then, so the emergency part of it, that is what makes it a bit scary and dicey. Because if I'm delivering at a place where it will take me 2 hours through traffic before I get to the next facility, or even the next facility does not know that I'm delivering at home, and if I have a complication, they can send me there. Yes, then so it's not just about planning a home delivery. I mean, it's everybody's wish to deliver in the comfort of your home, but you have to look at the situation that surrounds you, whether it's actually okay. And then it is not everybody who can even deliver at home. Let's say you are diabetic, you are hypertensive, you have sickle cell, you have certain conditions that can actually, you can even get mortality or anything at home, or severe complications. So there's no need to risk. People who have, let's say, delivered one or two times, and they don't have complications, everything is okay, they have actually contacted a midwife or a facility that can plan the home delivery so well. I don't know, right now I don't know whether there's a private hospital that is doing that. I don't know. But then, let's say if there's a hospital that has taken it up, that, okay, we can conduct home delivery for you. We are setting things up. When I said, okay, Joanne, I'm going to do your delivery, I know that I'm coming with a competent midwife. I know that I have set up my hospital in case of an emergency. And I have things that, in case you are bleeding at home, I can do something as soon as possible. So all those things, those little things are very important, because the things that are killing our women are not things that are really big. They are very small. Very tiny things
that we overlook. If we are not careful.
So I advise that for me, looking at our situation here, unless it is really, everything is really planned, but if not, it is still better to deliver in the hospital. Yes.
You have a virtual, I think a WhatsApp platform where you do this regular updates for women. Can you tell us a bit about it?
Okay, so it's actually like a virtual class. We actually use WhatsApp most often, but soon we'll be using Zoom as well.
And you have a blog too?
Yes. So what happens is that we have the pregnant women there. Sometimes you go to the hospital, you are going to see your doctor the next 1 month. And so between that 1 month, that time, like there's a vacuum. What happens to you? Who listens to you? So we have all these women there. We have dedicated midwives there. So we teach them weekly, and also they interact with each other, support each other, and also share ideas. So it's actually a way of preparing the woman for the pregnancy delivery. And they are able to recognize danger signs even better than somebody who would just go for the regular antenatal. And after that, for some people, they don't even have contacts of their midwives and doctors. So within that period, you are always being seen. Like you always have advice. And
I think you at least, I follow, you send some tips to me, I follow it. I think it's better in a way, not better, it's good, because these are things that it's written. You can always refer to them.
Go back.
Unlike what your doctor tells you, and not everything can stick in the head. But this one, when you feel you are having some signs, you can refer to. So it's really a very good initiative.
Thank you.
You are really doing well for our pregnant women and our nursing mothers. We'll go for a quick break and we'll be back.
Okay.
Stay tuned for Tips in One.
Welcome to Tips in 1. Coronavirus is an illness caused by a virus that is spreading rapidly across the world. As the world puts a united front for the battle against the new virus, it has given rise to a series of complications, especially for those planning to welcome a newborn in their households. Since there is not enough data to understand the impact of COVID-19 on pregnant women, it is a nerve-wracking time for expectant mothers and families. As of now, no reports are confirming the fact that it can be transmitted from a mother to a baby. As per the World Health Organization, an active virus has not been found in the samples of amniotic fluid and breast milk. Contact your nearest antenatal or general hospital when you experience any symptom of the virus. You can talk to Midwife Sally on +233 24 228 1957 or visit her blog post at midwifesally.com. This has been Tips in 1. Enjoy the show.
Thanks, Adjoami, for those tips. In case you're just joining us, this is still Ladyz Digest, and as I said earlier on, you can drop your comments and your questions on our social media handles on Facebook and YouTube, Association of African Universities, and our Twitter handle, AUTV_African Universities, and Ladyz Digest on our Instagram page. We still have in our midst Midwife Sally. Welcome back.
Thank you.
So we are still talking about pregnancy.
Yes.
How should a pregnant woman stay safe during this pandemic?
Okay. There are several things that a pregnant woman can actually do to stay safe. I think we have talked about some in a way. Yeah, so pregnant women should make sure that they go for their appointments.
Okay.
Yes. Sometimes you may feel that you are well. I know women who come and then they just come for regular antenatal clinic and we realize that the person has high BP or anemia or something. So the fact that you are feeling so well doesn't mean that all is well. You should wait till the pandemic is over. Please visit the hospital to be checked. And also you should actually avoid overcrowded places.
Okay.
Yes. Pregnant women should avoid sick people as well.
Okay.
So someone is sick, you don't know what
ailment
type of sick. Yes. And also take a lot of fruits. Yes, especially the ones that has vitamin C in them, like oranges, pineapple. There's a lot of misconception about pineapple, but you can take some pineapple.
I see.
Yes,
okay, but
just
it's
in
not
moderation.
In moderation.
Yes, you can take it in moderation. Yes, so pregnant women should also take enough rest and also
water.
Observe. Yes, a lot of water. Observe the same things that the general population is actually observing. Pregnancy does not immune you to COVID-19.
Sure.
The risk is actually almost the same. And yours is even a bit lower because you already have a lowered immune system. So you should actually frequent hand washing, avoid touching your eyes and your mouth. What else?
Yeah, even though that
the same general.
Even though it's quite it's reflex, but we just have to try and do it. I mean, touching your eyes and your mouth, because it's reflex action.
Yes,
before your hand just goes there, goes to your butt.
So if you are washing your hands frequently, the tendency of doing that it makes it safer. It makes it a bit safer. And
they also say if anything, you should use the hand you don't use often. Then you can use to touch those things. Yeah, so maybe if you use your right often, you can use your left to touch. You wouldn't put it in your eyes and all that. Yes. Okay, still talking about safety. It's we Africans, we've created, or we see on social media where they share things, home remedy. Not really home remedy, but how to build your immune system locally, where you add some spices, lime in hot water and do the steaming. Is it it's not scientifically proven, but is it was it advisable for pregnant women to even think of going through that because of the heat and all?
I think you can take, instead of doing that, you can actually take warm beverages. Or things that are warm, because it would actually do the same in a way, which makes it a bit safer. Like so warm drinks, warm beverages, a lot of water, fluids and all that. It would all amount to that. And then you should continue taking your pregnancy medication. They may add some vitamin C, which would also help to boost your immunity. Yeah, so I can't say you should do that, because sometimes they have certain things that may not be good for pregnant women. Yeah. But if your doctor recommends certain things, then you can do that.
Yeah. And being that every lady or every human being is unique in its own way.
Yes.
What may be good for me, it may not be good for another person.
Exactly.
So that's true. That's true. So let's come down to after pregnancy, like a woman has given birth. We know it's quite common in Africa, where when a lady gives birth, family members, well-wishers, they wish them well. They come around, they want to carry the baby, touch the baby and all that. How, in this period, we know it's a very sensitive period, we are not in normal times. Yeah. How should this case be handled that I won't feel offended? For instance, I come to visit you and I want to hold your baby. How would you talk to the person or address the person that I won't feel offended that, hey, you don't want me to carry your baby or something like that?
Okay, so let me use my own example. Okay. So I visited my friend who has given birth recently, and we all know that everybody's trying to limit. You should limit visitors at this time, because we are actually working about using cho-cho and all that, and we are really exposed. Yeah. And babies easily pick certain things. So I think at this time, everybody should understand that if somebody has given birth, you cannot just visit like you used to do and then just go and hold the baby and all that. So I went to the house. I think we maintained social distancing. Okay. She brought the baby. Okay, we talked for about 1 hour. She's my friend, so 30 minutes, 1 hour. Okay. She wanted me to see the baby. I was like, I wanted to see the baby. Okay. So she brought the baby. I didn't go near them, but I just saw that she was holding the baby. It was at a distance, and that was all. She sent the baby back to the room. So it was just like a 1 minute. Wow. Yes, just seeing the baby, but not necessarily going to touch the baby. It's unacceptable. So I think we should all understand.
So when we have, and let's say an old woman, old woman who wants to carry the baby and hold the baby, by all means, how should I talk to that woman?
I think that before someone should come to your home at this time, it has to be, to some extent, very close, planned, or even if not planned, before the person gets into the room where you are keeping the baby, there should be some form of communication.
It's true though,
Like once we are even entering, I'm talking with you that, oh, you're in a, like, can I speak to you? You're in a banning, you know. To see, I know, obi a sheni who ye and see baby no cry and person obenya ya be auntie, obi a ma obi and fan and sankan. I think that it's so simple. Okay. People should understand. Yes.
Yeah, sure. We're almost rounding up. Still on the nursing mothers. For instance, a nursing mother has been tested positive of the COVID-19. And we know how important breastfeeding is for a baby, especially with the first 3 months, I think, the exclusive breastfeeding. How is it possible, or is it advisable for the woman to still continue breastfeeding the baby? Or is there a possibility that the baby can contract the COVID-19 via breastfeeding? Okay. Has there been any proven thing?
Thank you. So for the first research that I saw, they said that breastfed mothers, babies, breast milk, they tested breast milk and they didn't find the virus in it. So the WHO has even recommended that people who have COVID-19 can breastfeed their babies. Just that they have to actually know that the baby can still get it through the mother's breath and contact and all that. So if you're a mother and you have COVID-19, you've been diagnosed with COVID-19, you still have to breastfeed your baby, you still have to wear your mask and protect yourself so that you don't transfer it to the baby. So that's the technical part about it. So you can actually breastfeed, but you should actually observe all the protocols that are laid down. And if the mother is very sick, then I'm sure that they are going to separate the baby and also look for alternatives of feeding the baby. It could also depend on the protocol of that particular country or the hospital. Because I think the WHO is a standard they've given to everybody, but hospitals, countries would also develop their own guidelines
to
so
suit
themselves.
To suit them. So
and even the mother's preference can also come into place.
It's true.
If I say, okay, I'm so scared, or I've been diagnosed, I don't want my baby to be exposed. I don't know why she's going to be forced to do that. So it's all that comes into play. But you can breastfeed your baby.
It's allowed to breastfeed your baby. Okay. So any final words for our viewers?
Okay, so it's actually a difficult time for all pregnant women, but I actually want everyone to remember that though COVID-19 is a bit scary, maternal death has killed more women in Ghana and in Africa than COVID-19 has done. So we still need to really take good care of ourselves, go for your appointment, take your medicine, and also make sure that you're always learning. When you're pregnant, you are the one pregnant, not the midwife, not the doctor. So take responsibility for all the decisions that you make. Thank you.
Wow, thank you, midwife, for honoring our invitation and coming even at a very short notice. We really appreciate it, and we hope next time when we invite you, you would always be around. This has been Ladyz Digest. As midwife said, you are responsible for your pregnancy, so you should take responsibility and do the necessary things you need to do for the sake of your baby and you yourself to reduce maternal mortality. This has been Ladyz Digest. As I said, many thanks to my technical team, my producer and my cameraman, my sound engineer. Many thanks to them. Stay safe this period. This period, as we all know, we are not in normal times. Adhere to the very, very necessary precautionary measures suggested, recommended by the World Health Organization, and do stay safe till we come your way next time. I'm Joan Ikuya. You are bye.